EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the New York Giants. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley
to about the 40-yard line. You talk about this Lions defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
To throw on 2nd down, here's Hooker.
And that is incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
3rd down, Hooker looks to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over here up near the 40. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Williams being motioned left. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
And it's a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
2nd and short now following the fumble. A give right side for Gibbs.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Who goes tonight? Hey, lift, 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 do up. What's that?
Now Goff on first down. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
DC.
On the end around, here comes Williams. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I think in normal situations, most play callers would probably shelve that play in this situation. But down in the red zone, got a little something extra to play with. I like the way that he took a shot and went after it.
Goff. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Ready.
Here's Hooker to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Hooker. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks, and you give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Cougar 19.
Hooker wants to change the look.
19 Lions. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Let's go.
Throwing. Hooker. And his throw here's incomplete. The Giants at 10-2 on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 10.
No. On the ball.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
You talk about this Lions defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being number 1, looking for a big game today.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Mustang 19. Ready, right?
Looking to throw. Hooker.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one is right down the middle. And that will tie us at 3-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
Super 1. Super 1. Maverick. Maverick.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Goff now looking to throw.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
We go tonight.
These 2 teams all tied after 1. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Seventeen.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff.
That's caught right side by Mims.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9.
Goff now to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Kayvon Thibodeau. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And this one is right through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Let's go now.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Ready.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Ready.
Hooker now, 3rd and long.
Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the Lions will take over.
You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Shell. Louis. 2 for 66.
Now a 1st down throw. Goff. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
It's Deonte Banks with it. And the Giants are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The end result, 21 yards.
Cowboy 80. Go.
They go play action. Here's Hooker. Now this thrown deep for Slayton.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown.
Darius Slayton,
his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Giants have taken the lead.
point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Goff. That throw taken in by James. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
19 Tigers. 18 Pioneer. Ready?
Following the fumble recovery, Hooker. He's got Slayton on the slant. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, a 22. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Ready?
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Here we go. Viking 18.
Here's Hooker. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him.
Five. What's that?
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. 36 yards on the play.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. With it is Jackson. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Let's go. Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
Hooker now on 1st down.
Going right side, he finds Slayton.
Down the right sideline.
Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Four seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
1 second, all that remains.
He's airing it out for Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Dragon 60. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Cup 19. Cup 19.
First down throw here. It's Hooker.
Incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Ready.
On second down, here's Barkley.
And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just floated from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Hooker.
Flush to his right.
Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted.
It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
That's complete to Pierce.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
4 down. What's that?
On second down, here's Gibbs.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, kill. 76, tell him. 76. 76.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Ric Flair. DC. What's that?
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Lions first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches.
Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter, and the entire fourth remaining, so stranger things have happened.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. He will push his way down to about the 14. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Throwing on third, Goff. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line.
Go! Panther 60, Panther 60.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up second down.
Hooker 19. Go!
Hooker now off play action. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became third and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Lions. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
We'll get this out to Barkley, complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 65, cat, 65. Let go.
Now Hooker. Able to locate his man Slayton on an out route. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. From the 34-yard line, here's second and a yard.
Ready.
Throwing. Hooker. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Let's go.
The Giants on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Trying to throw again here. Hooker. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Ready up.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Cowboy 80. Hut, hut.
Here's Hooker to throw it. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up to the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Credit the sack there to Chandler Jones. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Hut.
2nd and 10. Goff. And that one to the right side and incomplete. Trying to get that to Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. To throw is Goff. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. That is caught, and he is going to have the Lions 1st down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on 4th down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, a 22. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Rolling to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Hey, Shell. 12. Here we go. What's that?
Gibbs, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. 3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Goff going to move his guys around a bit. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kayvon Thibodeaux picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
That's to his running back, complete. And he will be out of bounds well